Here was once a man named Emil, a quiet, introspective soul who had always carried a dream in his heart. He grew up in a small town nestled between rolling hills, much like the kind of place you'd imagine from one of Hermann Hesse's novels. Quiet, peaceful, and seemingly untouched by the hands of time. Emil spent his childhood staring out of windows, reading books, and letting his imagination drift across faraway lands. But the town had its limits, and as Emil grew older, he felt trapped. His dream of becoming a writer, of telling the world the stories that filled his mind, seemed too distant, almost impossible. He spent years in the grind of everyday life, working a job that left his soul empty. He told himself it was practical, safe. Each night, Emil would sit by the window, staring into the stars, thinking, tomorrow I'll start writing. But tomorrow never came. Days turned into years, and Emil found himself at 40, still living in the same town, still working the same job. His dream now a whisper that barely reached his ears. One evening, as he walked the familiar streets, something inside him snapped. It was as if the weight of all those unfulfilled dreams pressed down on him all at once. He stopped in the middle of the road and whispered, "Why didn't I try?" At that moment, something strange happened. An old man appeared out of the shadows, his eyes twinkling with a wisdom that felt ancient. He approached Emil with a calm smile and said, "It's never too late, you know." Emil, startled, looked at the stranger and said, "Too late for what?" "For your dreams," the old man replied, his voice soft but powerful. "You think the time has passed, that the door is closed, but you've only locked it yourself." Confused, Emil asked, "But how? I'm too old. I've missed my chance." The old man shook his head. "Age is nothing but a number. The dream has always been within you, waiting. The question is, are you willing to wake up?" Emil's heart raced. He had spent so long convincing himself that his dreams were out of reach, that he never stopped to think they might still be possible. But now, here was this mysterious figure, urging him to believe again. Suddenly, the old man extended his hand. "Come with me," he said, and without thinking, Emil took it. The world around him changed. In an instant, they stood in the middle of a grand library, filled with books from floor to ceiling. Emil's eyes widened as he saw familiar titles by Hesse, Nietzsche, and other greats. But what caught his eye were the empty bookshelves, each waiting for new stories to be written. "This is your life," the old man said, gesturing to the shelves. "You've filled it with thoughts, but where are your actions? You have the power to write your own story, but you've been letting it remain unfinished." Emil stepped forward, staring at the empty shelves. "But how? I don't know where to start." The old man smiled. "You don't need to know everything. You just need to take the first step. Every great story begins with a single word, a single action." As Emil stood there, staring at the empty pages waiting to be filled, the reality hit him like a thunderbolt. He wasn't too late. His dream hadn't withered away. It had simply been dormant, waiting for him to summon the courage to act. The dramatic twist wasn't that his time had passed, it was that time had always been there, waiting for him to decide when he would begin. And so he did. Emil went home, sat at his desk, and began to write. It was slow at first, clumsy, awkward, but with each word, his passion grew. Days turned into weeks, and soon his story began to take shape. He felt alive in a way he hadn't in years. As months passed, Emil finished his novel, a piece of work inspired by all the years he had spent dreaming but not acting. It was a story of resilience, of the human spirit's ability to rise, no matter how late it seems. And when he finally held the published book in his hands, he understood what the old man had meant. It's never too late for your dreams. Emil's book became a symbol for everyone who felt they had missed their moment. It was living proof that the only time we are truly late to our dreams is when we give up on them. Inspired by Hermann Hesse's philosophy, Emil realized that the journey to our dreams might not always happen on the timeline we expect, but it will happen if we are willing to take the first step no matter when. The dramatic twist in life is not that the dream is gone, it's that the opportunity has always been there, quietly waiting for us to seize it. And as Emil sat by his window, looking up at the stars, he no longer thought of tomorrow, he thought of it now. As Emil gazed at the stars, he felt a profound sense of peace. He had learned that dreams do not expire, they simply wait for us to acknowledge them. The universe is filled with opportunities, just waiting for us to seize them. So, if you find yourself feeling lost or as though your moment has passed, remember this: it's never too late to start. Take that first step today. Write down your dreams no matter how distant they may seem. Break them into smaller, achievable goals. Surround yourself with inspiration. Read books, listen to uplifting talks, and connect with those who support your journey. Embrace the journey with all its challenges, for every great story is filled with obstacles that lead to growth. Stay persistent, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Each misstep is a lesson learned. Most importantly, believe in yourself. You are the author of your own life, and the power to create your future lies within you. Remember, every masterpiece starts with a single word. So, what will you write today? As we wrap up this journey with Emil, remember that you too have the power to write your own story. Your dreams are waiting for you, just like the stars that shine brightly above. If this video inspired you, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs a little motivation today. Your support helps spread this message to others who might be on the brink of giving up on their dreams. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a chance to ignite your passion and pursue your goals. Join our community of dreamers and achievers. And now, I want to hear from you. What will you right today? Share your dreams and goals in the comments below. I can't wait to read your stories. Together, let's embark on this incredible journey of growth and transformation. Thank you for watching, and remember, it's never too late to start.